Hello and welcome. My name's Madeleine and I'm so happy you decided to join me today. Listen, all you're going to need is a sturdy chair without arms on the side, light weights tucked under your chair, because we are going to be doing a 30-minute strength training workout for you. Water close by is a good choice. That way you can stay hydrated. And if you got all of that, let's have a seat. Make sure you're sitting up very tall with your feet flat on the floor. Timer is going and we are ready to go. What do you say? Let's start by warming up. Just march your feet right and left. Now you can do just your heels or you can lift the whole foot off the floor. Up to you. Let's do a couple of body checks. Do you feel your abdominals engaged, pulled in, lifted? At the same time, your shoulders, back, chest lifted. So you want to feel tall. You want to breathe deeply as you march those feet. And if at any time you need to take a little break, you just take a break, reset, and start up again when you're ready. All right, let's see if we can keep those feet marching and add some arms. So you just follow along, do what I do, and notice things like, do you see my palms are up? So I want your palms to be up. Out, in. Can you notice my elbows are staying close to my waist? I want you to do the same. So you don't want your elbows swinging out to the side. What we're doing is we're starting to warm up our shoulders. Give me a few more. This will be the last one. Now reach your arms forward. Reach forward. Now look what I did with my feet. We kind of picked up the pace with the feet. That's going to be your choice. You can stay at a slower pace or you can make it go a wee bit faster. Up to you. Now watch. Palms up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, palms up. There we go. So we're getting those joints. This is all about warming up our muscles and our joints, making our bodies happy to be moving. Sound like a plan? Give me 4 more. 3, 2, this is it, last one, and a little breather for all of us. Whew. All right, take your wrists and just do a few circles. We're gonna try to keep the wrists moving while we do a little double check on our posture. Remember, your shoulders back, your chest lifted, your abdominals engaged. So no slumping. All right, circle the other way. Now fingers, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, 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 open, close your hands, that's it. And shake them loose. Whew. All right, feet. Think of your right leg going out and in. Now left, out, in, out, in. So when we were marching, I was getting those hips. Now we're starting to move those knees. Warm up those knees. If you can extend the legs straight out, go ahead, do so. Out, in, out. Just kick like, man, get out of here. Out. There you go. Few more. Check your posture though. It's easy to start slumping if we don't think about it. Last 2. Last 1. Whew. All right, a little breather. Shake it out. How about shoulder circles? Circles back. Couple more just to lubricate those shoulders. This is it, last one. Now hold your shoulders back and down because we're gonna start focusing on the muscles right between your shoulder blades. So I want you to think, these are your postural muscles. So I want you to squeeze those shoulder blades together, squeeze, release, squeeze. I know, it's a little move. I'm gonna turn around so you can see me. You don't have to turn around. So squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Yeah, we gotta keep those muscles awake, right? That's how you keep those shoulders from rounding forward. Squeeze, release. This is it, last one. Now hold. So we have our shoulders back and down, shoulder blades engaged, squeezing, abdominals engaged. Let's twist right and left. Just twist right and left and twist. Whew. Are you still breathing deeply? Got to get that oxygen in. Notice to see if you're moving your hips. When you look down, make sure your knees are staying still. That way you're moving these muscles here in your torso, not your hips. All right, give me a few more. We got 4, 3, last 2. This is it, last one. Now lift your right knee up and lower. Now look, I'm using my hands to lift that knee a little higher because it's about range of motion in your hips. Just loosening up, warming up your hip joints. Now watch, 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 watch. Go up, out, up. Now with your left leg, do the same thing. Up, out, up, and in. One more time with the right leg. And now the left. Excellent. Whew. All right, I think we are ready to pick up our weights, don't you? If your weights are on this side of the chair, you're gonna go that way. If they're on this side of the chair, follow with me. You turn sideways, and now hinge from your hips. Don't round from your back. You hinge. As you hinge forward, you reach down, you grab one weight, you pick it up, and now do the same thing other side. Hinge, and come back to center. Turn towards me, and we are ready to get the workout started. Remember, the weights are there to help our muscles get a little stronger. If you don't have light weights, you know what? Soup cans work, bottles of water work, anything that gives a little extra weight. Let's start warming up, or let's start working our shoulders. So scoot yourself as far forward to the front of the chair as you can, so that when your arms are straight, they're not hitting the side of the chair. They're actually in front of the chair. Can you do that? Check your posture. Let's find those shoulder blades we just warmed up. So shoulders are back. Watch. You go out, down, out. You try. Every time I lift, I exhale. Try it. That'll keep you breathing. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. We have 4 more. 3. So strengthening your shoulders. Last one. Give it a little breather. Bring your weights to your thighs. Give yourself a little reset. Abs in, shoulder blades back and down. Let's repeat. Go hold, 2, 3, and lower. Hold, 2, 3. So we do a little pulse there. We have 3 counts where you hold the weight out to the side. Can you see my weights are not going higher than my shoulders? Again, that's what I want you to do. Inhale, exhale. So you don't want to hold your breath while you're holding the weights out to the side. Remember, exhale. All right, we have 4 more. You got it? And 3. So you should be feeling like your shoulders are getting a little tired. Yeah, probably, right? We got 1 more. Can you do it? And a breather. Shake it out. Whew. All right, just loosen up those shoulders. That's it. So that movement was for the middle of the shoulder. Let's get the front and back of your shoulders. To do that, we need to hinge forward like we did when we picked up our weights. So hinge forward. Let's do a couple practices. And again, hinge forward. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. So you go forward, back up. Can you see my torso is moving all one piece? It's like I had a board on the back and I'm just going up and down. Now hold right here. We're all going to hold this position as our arms lower down. Right arm will go forward, left arm will go back. You got it? Take a deep breath in, drop your shoulders, and 1, 2. So you want to try to keep lots of space between your ears and your shoulders. Exhale again as you lift. So you're maintaining that hinge position, correct? Do you feel your abdominal muscles pulled in? I like to think of my belly button moving towards my spine. And then every time I extend, I try to remind myself to exhale. Let's do 4 more. Let's go. 1, 2, it's a long 4. 3, 1 more, 4. Good job. Come up by just coming back to upright. Give your shoulders a little bit of breather. Shake it out. If you need to grab water, grab water. This is a good time. Deep breath in. We're gonna do that same move again, but we'll hold it for 3 counts. So get yourself into your hinged position. Chest lifted, shoulder blades back and down. Shoulder blades kind of squeezing together. And then hold 3, 2, 1, and lower. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Stay in that hinged position. I like to think of my arms getting longer, not higher. So don't think you have to go high. Try to make sure you're feeling it right there in the front and back of your shoulders. Give me 4 more. And again, 3. 2 more. Feel your belly. Feel those abs in. Last one. Whew. And release. Come back upright. Shake it out. Whew. All right, good work. How about we move from working the shoulders to working the arms? So let's start with our biceps. Again, try to get the weights directly in front of the chair and to your side, and then exhale as you lift and lower. Exhale. Try to keep your arms moving while you think about your posture. Feel your abdominals engaged, your chest lifted, your shoulder blades back and down. I want you to think of keeping your posture. Notice what it feels like right now, right? Do you feel tall and lifted? You're aware of it. Throughout your day, try to remind yourself of staying in good posture. It's like anything. If we don't think about it, if we don't do it, guess what? Then it gets easier and easier for our body to stay in that slumped position. We don't want that. All right, give me a few more like this. How about one more and hold right here, like you're holding a heavy box. And just squeeze, 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 squeeze. That's it. So it's a very, very small move, but very concentrated. You're really feeling that muscle right there in the front of your arms. Notice your grip of the weight. You don't want white knuckles, okay? Relax those hands, but a firm grip is good. Inhale, exhale. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, little breather time. Shoulders back and down. And let's get back into that hinged position. Elbows squeezing together and back. And watch what the move is first. You're gonna extend straight back, not up, but just back and in. This targets the back of your upper arm. I know. Exhale, so that's where you should be feeling it. Can you feel the back of your neck? Feel it nice and long. Your shoulders pressing down. And then every time you extend, remember, you're not trying to lift, you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your weights. Exhale. Little double body check, make sure your spine is long. Give me a couple more. This is it, last one. And breather time, hands on your thighs and come up. Whew. All right, I really felt that in the back of the arm. Let's change it now, same position, but let's hold it for 3. It's kind of the same pattern we did on the other exercises. All right, so you hinge again, elbows in, neck long, take your elbows back and just extend for little pulses. So you go 3, 2, 1, and bend. 3, 2, 1, and bend. Hold. It just gives you a little longer right there in that muscle contraction, just to let your body know, oh yeah, that's where I'm supposed to feel it. All right, a few more. Keep your spine long, so remember, no slumping, no rounding. Try to keep your elbows close to your waist. This is it, last one. Woo! Give it a little breather, hands on your thighs, and come up. Shake it out. You want to take a sip of water together? Let's do it. So put one weight in one hand, turn towards your water. Hopefully it's close by. Let's sip. It's good. It's good to take a little breather too. All right, so we did shoulders, we did arms, front and back. Let's get into our torso. Keep your weights in hand. Just kind of move close to, keep them close to your chest, okay? Instead of hinging forward, try hinging back and then come up. What happens? When you hinge back, you should start to feel right here, your abdominals really bracing. All right, brace. Because these are the muscles that are holding you up. These are the muscles that are keeping you from slamming into the back of your chair. So that's why we want them to work. These muscles we use when we get in and out of bed, in and out of our chair. Come on, let's keep it going. And up. We got this. All right, wiggle your toes. I know our toes have nothing to do with the exercise, except it's a good exercise and just paying attention to what your entire body is doing. So inside my shoes, I am wiggling my toes. It also reminds me not to grip my feet, right? Those muscles, those toes need to stretch. Let's try a few more. Remember, you're not arching. Just lean, movement happening right here in your hip. We have one more. This time hold. We're gonna hold this, not hold your breath. Take a big deep breath in, exhale. Feel as if your belly is scooping out, okay? Just keep those abdominals tight. Abdominals embracing, really engaging, holding you from falling back. 8, 7, 6, 5. All right, you want to add a challenge? You can do this if you want. Stay in this position, but twist right, center, left, center, twist, center. Whew. All right, I know. We're holding this for a long time because these muscles, these are endurance muscles. We want these muscles to be able to hold us upright when we're standing, when we're sitting, in good posture all day. So that means they have to stay active for a long time. 4 more, 3, almost, 2, this is it, last one. Come back to center, all the way up, and it's breather time. Shake out those shoulders, really nice. These muscles here also move our torso side to side. So with your arms to the side, I just want you to lean, now pull upright. Imagine your spine straight up here, and then it leans and comes up. You got that? Shoulders back and down, let's go to the right. Here we go, over, up. Focus on the pulling back to center, over, up, and again, over, up. Only 2 more, over, lift, last one, and excellent. All right, time to put the weights down because we want to get into some lower body exercises. You're gonna put them away just like we picked them up. In that hinge position, tuck them under that chair so we don't have to worry about tripping on them or getting in our way. Okay, let's focus on 2 areas. We're gonna focus on the quadriceps, the front of your thighs, but we're also gonna get the muscles on the side of your leg that move your leg out to the side. Hands by your side just for a little stability, abs in, extend your right leg. Then move it out to the side, then center, and then come up. Take a little breather. Did you feel it here and here? Let's try this side. Extend, flex your toes, out to the side, in, and lower. Reset. So I'll give you a choice. You can keep your hands back here because that helps keep you upright, or you can bring them forward. No matter what though, you're using the muscles in your torso to keep you upright, okay? Right hand, or right leg. out, in, and down. This side. So it's a little easier if you have your hands right here on the side to keep your body in good form. All right, again, 1, out, in, and down. This side. Extend, out, in. So here's what we're gonna do. Same move, but faster. 1, out, in, down. Lift, out, in, down. Try not to turn your body. That's where your abdominals, that's where your core muscles come into play. We're keeping our shoulders and our hips steady as the leg goes out to the side and back center. It's hard, don't worry, I know. That's why I like to put my hands on my hips, because with my hands on my hips, I can actually feel if my hips are turning. I want my hips to stay forward and only move using these muscles. Last one. Oh, excellent, good. I like it, right? You know that feeling, it might be a little uncomfortable of those muscles working, but it's something we got to do. That's how we get these muscles stronger. Now you don't want to feel it in the joint, you want to feel it in the muscle. Let's try another exercise. This one's easy. You're going to take your hand in a fist, place it right between your knees. And by squeezing your fist, you're going to feel your inner thighs really contract. Contract, release. Contract. It's an isometric contraction. That means the muscle's not moving, but it is contracting. You feel it? All right, check your posture. So even with your arm in front, feel your abdominals engaged and your shoulders back and down. So did you notice this is a total body exercise with emphasis on posture and alignment. I want you to feel how your spine is supported by all the muscles in your torso. All right, give me one more squeeze. Release, switch hands, ready, set, repeat. Go 1, release, 2. All right, I don't know if you can see, it's not a big move. So focus on feeling. Focus on where you feel when you press those knees up against your fist. Do you feel your inner thighs squeeze? That's what I want you to focus on, is the feeling. Just really internalize. 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and release. Whew. Okay. Next, let's move into our shins and our calves. So you can sit back a little bit. I want you to be comfortable. We're going to focus on the muscles that move the ankle, the feet. So start by lifting your toes, and if you can, put your hands right here. You probably feel these muscles tight. These are the muscles we're working on. Lift, lower, lift. And you may say, Madeline, why are we focusing on my shins? It's actually super important to keep the muscles in the shins and the calves strong, because we need that when we walk. So if these muscles are weak, when you walk, you have to lift your toes, right? So you go heel toe, and if you don't have the strength to lift those toes, you start shuffling. So we're gonna try not to shuffle, we're gonna try to walk. Lift and lower. Last one. Excellent. How about your heels? Lift, lower. Lift, lower. All right, let's do a little body check. Do you feel tall? Do you feel lifted? Even though the only movement happening is right there in your ankles? Give me 4 more. 4, 3. Are your abdominals pulled in? Shoulders back and down? Give it a little breather, shake it out. Whew. Okay. Do what you gotta do. Move, move, move. It's all about moving. Now toes, then heels. So go toes, heels, toes, heels. So we're doing them just alternating. You wanna work on coordination? Okay, I say we do. Keep your feet going. So we're gonna feel it in the shins and the calves, but turn your head and center. Now turn the other way. And center. Don't worry, keep those feet moving. And center. When you're walking, you turn your head, right? You look at things. You're moving, you're reaching, you're doing multiple things. So let's practice that. Keep the feet going, turn right, center, left, center, and relax. Whew. All right, are you starting to feel it? Did you feel it? Okay, bring your feet close together. Another exercise that's good for coordination as well as ankle mobility and calf and shin strength. Feet together, yeah, you got that? Now put your hands on the outside of your knees. Don't let your knees move out. We want the movement right there in the ankles. So watch. So just my toes go apart and toes together, not knees. You see the difference? Knees stay together, toes out, toes in. That means if I can keep my knees together, then I know that the movement is happening in my ankles, not my hips. If I go like this, you see my hips are doing the moves. All right, can you go a little faster? That will be your choice. Out, in, out, in. And then also maybe big, maybe small. Last one, hold. Keep your knees together and do your heels. Feel like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, right? Stay tall and lifted. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, last exercise, we will let the knees separate because we're gonna go toes, heels, toes, heels as far as you can. And bring it back in. Toes, heels, toes, heels, toes. One more time. We got this. Toes, heels, toes, heels, toes. And bring those feet back. Heels, then toes, then heels, then toes. Nice. Round of applause. All right, let's work on mobility and we'll reverse it. We'll start with our feet. So take your hands underneath your knee, lift it, lift the leg off the ground, and then just draw a big circle. Imagine you have a pencil on your big toe and you're trying to draw the biggest circle you can. Now reverse that circle. Woo, keep it a circle. It's not a square, it's not a triangle, it's not a squiggle. It's a circle. Excellent. Let's try the other side. Hand underneath your thigh, lift. Big circle. It's okay to check your posture even when you're doing ankle circles. Circle the other way. That's good. Okay, lower that leg down. Let's move to the back of our leg. This time you do need to scoot back to the edge of your chair. Extend the leg straight out and pull your toes as if you had a string attached to your big toe, and you pull it this way. Back to your hinge position, so no rounding, just hinge. Imagine your tailbone is reaching to the wall behind you as your chest is being pulled forward. Not down, just forward. And if you're like me, you're feeling that stretch in the back of your leg. Big deep breath in, exhale. So important. Breath is really, really an important part of relaxation and flexibility. Let's try the other side. Because if you can take these slow, deep breaths, guess what? It helps calm your body down, which helps relax your muscles, which allows them to stretch a little bit easier. Okay, toes up, deep breath in, hinge. Don't think you have to go low. Think tailbone back and chest forward. And there, voila. Oh, that should feel really nice. And come back up. So that's the back of the leg. I want to get our hip flexors. So we got to turn side. Got to do this quickly because we're almost out of time, but it's a really important area to stretch. So with your hand on the back of your chair, you have one leg on the chair, the other leg is not. Just push your hip forward and open up the front of your hip. You see, this area gets really tight if we do a lot of sitting, and we just did sitting. So your hip is forward, breath tall, breath deep, spine tall, and then release. Let's go to the other side. We're gonna do this. Hand on the back of the chair, one leg on the chair, the other leg back. Push your hip forward, deep breath in, exhale, open up that hip flexor. So you don't want to arch, but you can lean back a little bit as you gently nudge your hip forward, and that should feel good. Now that's a stretch you can do every day. All right, bring your feet together. Big deep breath in, arms go out. Scoop up all the positive energy around you. Bring it to your heart. And I thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and please move with me again.